first thing I need to do is fix my flat tire. Because the weather outside isn't the greatest, I'm gonna ride the other bike because I don't really care if it gets wet. As you can see, there's a lot of rust on here. This bike isn't perfectly. Also, I don't recommend buying this brand, which is Salt. I personally don't really like them because they I did a few jumps where I cased and it always bends the rim, which is kind of weird. So I don't recommend buying this brand. I think you should go with another one. That's just my opinion. It's good if you want a cheap rim, but it's gonna break pretty quickly. It's not the strongest material, but that's just something you have to keep in mind. Anyway, I'm gonna fix this tire real quick, and then I will be able to ride. So now it's flat. Now it's flat. As you can see, now it's flat, and now it's fixed. Alright, I found it. It's like a little metal pin inside the tube. Inside the tire. I'm gonna have to get it out there, and then we'll put a new tube in there. I have plenty of tubes, so we're Gucci. Alright, I got it out of the tube. It's no longer in there. I'm gonna make sure there's nothing else in there, because that would kind of suck. And then we'll just put it back on. I think this should be enough. We'll just have to use another one. I don't have only 4 left, so I have to go and order some more. Alright, the tire is back to fixed. It's hard as steel again. I did know a little imperfection on the tire. It's pretty much pulling outwards, not sure why. But as soon as I expand it to this size, there's no longer that issue. So the only downside on that is I probably cannot bike home when I put like the one side of the tire out. But that's not a big deal. Anyway, it's Gucci. We're gonna put it back on the bike, and then we'll go have a session. But it looks pretty dry actually. I'm gonna check the weather forecast. If it's good, we'll take the pink bike for sure. But for now, I'm gonna fix this, and at least I have another bike to work. But as you can see, a lot of rust in here, which is bad. But that's because of the rain. We have a lot of rain here. Not much I can do about it. Alright, we're all done. It's set up. It's pretty straight, I think. I think it's straight. What do you guys think? Is it straight? I think it's pretty straight. It's always a hard problem for me to get it straight. The chain is really tight. Because I like it tight. I don't like my, when I'm like doing no footage, that my pedals actually move. Because it's just annoying. Oh wait, I forgot I put it on manual. So, how is the weather looking? It's still wet. I'm gonna wait a bit more longer and see what is going on. I'm gonna check the weather forecast, and if it's Gucci, we'll take the pink bike. If it's bad, we'll just take this bike, because this is a good bike too. It's just really heavy. Doing manuals on this one is so much easier than this one. But yeah, I'm gonna go and clean up, and we're all Gucci. My work bike for tomorrow is done. I use this to go to work. I bought it for 100 euros I think, but I already replaced the tires, the complete rim here, for some other cheap rims. This is actually a Sunday rim, so that's not completely cheap. This one was though. This one's only like 100, which is like a Salt, and I don't recommend buying it because it breaks pretty quickly. Anyway, I'm gonna go and clean up and get dressed, and then we'll have a session. Not sure what's for today, but I have recorded something before, and I'll just put that into it as well, so you guys can see. I got a ducky on here. Duckies are cool.
I was about to head out,
and
but
I'm gonna get dressed.
It's really weird. I don't know what's going on. I see the sun though, but oh wait, there we go. That's better. I see the sun behind the clouds, but well, let's just hope it stays dry. If it's getting wet, then I'll head to IKEA. They have a really big parking lot, and I'll just go under there, and I will be covered. But until then, I'm gonna go to the school because I think it's a really cool spot, and They have like everything. They have a parking, they have this parking things where you can do lines, but you can also do jumps off things and that sort of stuff. Anyway, I'm taking this bike because I don't want to risk this one getting wet. They said it was going to be cloudy, but you never know. I don't want this thing to get wet, so. Alright, so I'm finally here. Security is right on my ass. So I was just driving upstairs there and right away security came. I wasn't even in the way of any cars or something. But then they tried to kick me out, but I was just right away because he's walking, he can't keep up. So I don't think I'm gonna record. I don't want my camera to be stolen by the security. So I'm just gonna practice on my own. Sorry, I can't record. And as you can see, it started to rain, so oh well. I'll just keep riding away when he comes close. Fuck security, I'm not harming anything. I'm just riding here when there's nothing here. Really sucks. But that's what we have to deal with. Alright, I currently went away from IKEA because the security guard wouldn't give up. Every time I went somewhere else, he just came here. It's just annoying. Nothing to do about it. That birdie. What? I got impaled by my freaking pack. Oh, that freaking hurts. Oh. Ah, my butt hurts. I got freaking impaled by that freaking pack. Oh. Oh, that freaking hurts.